Righty, greetings everybody. Robin here from Courage is the Cure. Welcome to episode 73 of Rise. Where are we today? Busy mind, quiet mind. See you shortly.
Strength of a woman world on her shoulders. Fight through the noise when the world gets colder. 832, got the grit, got the fire. Watch her rise, watch her come higher.
Hello everybody, greetings. Robin here from Courage is the Cure, episode 73 of Rise. Today we're going to be talking about busy mind, quiet mind. How is everybody? Make sure you share the show if you're one of the very few lucky live viewers. And if you're watching on the replay, please share the show. I've noticed that even on X, my shows, whether they be Rise, Relentless, or anything else, appear when I'm live, but do not stay on my page on X. I have to reshare them from other people's accounts that share them. And of course, Facebook plays its usual tricks and hides my broadcasts. Hello, Rex. Happy Friday afternoon. How are you going? Before we get on with the show, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to my Buy Me a Coffee supporters. I'm 100% crowd funded, so I stay 100% independent. So a big thank you to all of those wonderful people. And the most recent supporter, someone, thank you for your support one day ago. Thank you very much. Some people don't want their details publicised, so that person is the someone, but if you're watching, you'll know who you are. Good morning, Richard, as well. How are you? Thanks for checking in. Yes, it's a hot one here in Western Australia today. That's for sure. We've got the guinea pigs hugging ice bottles. Quick announcement. If you are in Western Australia, I've just got confirmation that myself and Michael Gray Griffith will be at Topolini's Cafe in Warwick on the 15th of March. In the afternoon, we will both be giving a speech presentation there. So come along on the 15th of March to Topolini's in Warwick. I'm still deciding what I'm going to be talking about. But looking forward to that. There'll be some other things coming up as well, so make sure you keep your ears peeled and stay updated on Courage's Cure and Cafe Lockdown. Hello, Matt, wonderful person. Make sure you go along to Bandcamp, everybody, and support Matt Finley. Just type in Bandcamp Matt Finley on your favourite search engine. You can go along there and catch all of Matt's fantastic music over there, and you can download it and support Matt over there. I'm just thinking, do I have? I do. I've got, there we go, mattfinley.bandcamp.com. How easy is that, everybody? Make sure you go along to Bandcamp and support Matt Finley. So yes, everybody, the 15th of March, please come along to Topolini's. Think you should get there around 2 o'clock. Of course, you can get yourself a wonderful coffee or a meal while you're there as well. Myself and Michael Gray Griffith will be giving a speech presentation independently on the 15th. Yes, so Bandcamp, you can grab it for free or you can make a donation while you're downloading wonderful music. That's it from Matt Finley. Righty, everybody. So, hello to YouTube. We are streaming to YouTube today. I always remind myself because of community guidelines and standards, not censorship. Hello, Mr. Max Freedom. Lovely to see you here. Give your better half a big hug for me as well. So the thumbnail, we'll pop it up one more time. Busy mind, quiet mind. That's what we're here for today on Friday. So we're going to have two parts of the show, I guess. The first part is to I guess demonstrate the busy mind and quiet mind. So we're going to visit my X page and have a look at some of my bookmarked content. I haven't quite made my mind up what exactly, but we'll get there anyway. And do we need reminding? We're surrounded by all of this noise constantly, and if you're a participant social media, it's even more ear piercing, knicker twisting, migraine inducing. Rex, Sam Moyson announced something today in WA which was selected. I don't know, maybe somebody else can pop it in the comments. So yes, we're going to have a look over there and yeah, just to demonstrate the provocations of all that noise, especially when you do participate in social media. How our attention is pulled and shaped and distorted, distracted, all those sorts of things. And then I thought we might actually spend the latter part of the show, because it is Friday, doing something that I've never done on the show. And that's inviting you to create your own space along with me for about 30 minutes, just to do whatever you want to do with some quiet. So it might be some reading or some knitting, whatever it might be, just that 30 minutes of some quiet to do something probably you've been meaning to do for ages. Oh, I wish I had more time to sketch. Well, get your pencil out, grab a piece of paper. Here's 30 minutes where you can sit with the community we've created over all of these years. You won't be alone. And we're going to do that. Fancy that on a Friday. That's what we're going to be doing today, people. Alrighty, so let's screen the share. You can't have any good episode of Rise without screening the share. So let's go along and do that. Good old ye olde X, hey? Giving us all so much content. It's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. All this disquiet in our brains. Our attention gets hijacked all the time. It's amazing. Hello, Lisa. Haven't seen you here for a while. Lisa says, interesting title of the show got me. I was outside, but you're inside. Well, absolutely fabulous. That's fantastic. Alrighty, so let's give it a bell. I haven't decided, everybody, which bookmark. It is Friday, so I'm thinking it shouldn't be too nick twisting or eye twitching or migraine inducing. But let's have a look. Anyway, so let's go to my bookmarks, shall we? Let's have a look. What have we got? Let's look at my bookmarks. Maybe you can put it in the comments what shouts out to you the most. Funny reel, my writing, jabs, the light, rise, relentless, made, women will save the world, Canada, smarmy grin, for YouTube video, Roblox, Soundbites, NSN, Annika Wells, Epstein, documentary, dementia, mRNA shills, dismantling of democracy. It goes on and on and on. Any of those take your fancy? I'll choose one. Richard, we'll have to catch up later after work. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, I've been quite ill for a while, so thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, Karen. How are you? Alrighty, so let's choose one. I think we might go, oh, this one could be real knicker twisting. Women will save the world. Should we go for that, everybody? Because remember back in the day, in the 80s, I remember it back in the 80s, when you used to hear a lot, oh, if only women were in positions of power, we wouldn't be in this state of affairs, referring to war and poverty and starvation, and all these sorts of things. You remember that? You remember hearing that? If only women were in positions of power, we wouldn't be in the position we're in. Well, if we've had a look at, and even the Labor Party is promoting it, how many women now fill that place in Canberra, we should be in a much better place than we are at the moment, shouldn't we? Sadly, I would suggest we're not. So this is a bookmark I've created on my X page with a whole load of videos which demonstrate that perhaps we're not better off with women in
My question is to the
positions of
Premier.
power.
Why is the Premier bullying journalists who are...
Minister for Economic Growth and Jobs.
Look at her
Not a
smiling
good
like
start to
that.
question time for you. Manager of Opposition Business on a question without assistance.
Why is the Premier bullying journalists who are asking legitimate questions about the worst corruption scandal in Victorian history?
The worst corruption scandal in Victorian history. Shall we mention all the machete attacks despite her initiatives with the bins, the machete bins, the blowout with the transport, the young people hacked to death on the streets? What else? Her revolting smarmy grins? What else? Karen says, but those women are bought and paid for. I mean, that's just the first example, everybody. As I said, I can't promise it's not going to be knicker twisting, eye twitching, migraine inducing content for the first half of the show. Oh, what's this one, everybody? This is going to be a beauty. So what is it? This is, a question of economics, everybody. Remember, women will save the world.
On RN last week, you said there's been $114 billion of savings across your budgets. Mm-hmm. Is that net savings or gross savings?
Well, it's savings and reprioritising. So we're saving and then essentially to offset new priorities.
So you're saying that's net of spending decisions. You reduced expenditure by 114 billion.
So, yeah, it's a gross figure.
So it's gross, right? What is the net figure?
I don't have that available.
Is it positive?
And you know what, everybody? I was doing some research about Miss Katie Gallagher this morning. This is a conversation from, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks ago. The same thing happened last year. Exactly the same thing happened last year. So you'd think she'd prepare herself, not get caught out another year running. Oh, no. Which tells me that this smarminess, hey? This smarminess is on purpose, I would suggest. Matt, she saves money buying a dress but doesn't need it when it's in sale. Honestly, let's move on from Miss Katie Gallagher. What do we got next? Now, this is a lady that actually honours the female species, I would suggest. Dr. Joanna Ho.
I'm absolutely gobsmacked. There's kids dying in bins. That's Connor Sport. That's not speculation. That's not disputed. There's kids with hearts still pumping. Some will say, oh, is it alive or not? It's being thrown in a waste bin. Now, that's a pretty big issue. Whether you think it's right or wrong, and we'll end on pro-choice or pro-life, it doesn't really matter. You can't ignore that it's there and it's happening right now. We should have the right to bring something in here, and certainly those babies need representation.
When David Crisafulli shocked everyone by acting like a dictator and banning the topic of abortion from the Queensland Parliament for the next 4 years, politicians in that chamber had a split second to react. And this is the man Robbie Katter is. He stood up without any notes or preparation, without any advance warning, and he said the babies need representation. And yes, they do, because we need to overturn the ban and we need to stand up for these babies.
Good on you, Joanna. She is an example of a fantastic female. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? With women that are going to save the world. Lisa, I'd like to see all the questions asked without all their heckler clowns in the background. Exactly. It's embarrassing, actually. Here we go. Tards. Oh, here we go. What's this one? So this is a Labor video. What happens when you have the first majority female government? See, exactly what I was saying. What happens when you have the first majority female government in Australia's history? Hey? Women will save the world, everybody. 2026. Disgusting. Oh, you make me sick. You all make me sick. Lord, I don't know how much of this I can put up with because, as you know, oh, here's some fun for you.
I can see the stars all the way from here. Can't you see the glow on the window pane? Can you feel the sun whenever you're near? Every time you touch on me, I just melt away.
I made that a little while ago. Uh, Joanne Gillard is on the list. Yeah, she's the one that took female spaces away from females. Thanks, Gillard. Love ya. Lisa says they should make a dance video. Oh, God, excuse me. Still getting over my cold. Hello, Yaks on YouTube. How are you? So we're here just for people joining us, starting the show about things that busy our mind, that distract us, that all those half-formed thoughts that we create, especially when we're witness to social media and the absolute tripe. Here we go, Christian Freeland.
Both personal and corporate, but you're not releasing the information. And the actual follow-up is, I'm just wondering whether the bank accounts will be targeted of individuals who donated to the Give, Send, Go and the GoFundMe campaigns. Are they considered designated people under the Emergencies Act?
So this was back with the convoy. Miss Christia Freeland, very proud of herself. Freezing people's bank accounts. Women are going to save the world, everybody. I love Christia.
Meaning that their credit cards could be cut and financial services are targeting them as well?
Okay, so the names of both individuals and entities, as well as crypto wallets, have been shared by the RCMP with financial institutions, and accounts have been frozen and more accounts will be frozen. crowdfunding platforms and payment service providers have started the registration process with FinTrack. In terms of the specifics on whose accounts are being frozen, you now have the regulations. The financial service providers have those regulations as well, and they, working with law enforcement, will be making the operational decisions.
Than you consume, and you won't drill for gas. I mean,
So this is the Christmas message from the European Central Bank head, Christine. This was the Christmas message. I was going to do a video about this, but I never got around to it. Just listen to how happy she is about this. Listen.
It's a celebration moment. So to all of you who are celebrating, Merry Christmas. To those who are not celebrating, I hope you are having a lovely time. It's also a time to look back and see how much has been done. And frankly, been a lot of work. One thing that the European Central Bank is proud of is to have achieved our target of 2% medium term. Inflation is down to where we wanted it to be. We've also looked at our strategy going forward, and we took stock of the work done by all the teams to see from a strategy point of view how we're going to go forward and whether our strategy is fit for purpose and whether the ECB is fit for the times we're going through. Difficult times they are. The two other big projects that we have worked on and will continue to work on in 26 are number one, the digital euro. We have
the digital euro. That sounds like a lot of fun, convenient, hey? And we're meeting against Save the World, everybody.
Completed the cycle of the preparation. The Governing Council has given its go-ahead to move to the next cycle, and we're now waiting for the European Parliament to come up with final legislation that will the go-ahead for the pilot phase and then the launch. The other project, which is not unrelated, more traditional, but still very efficient.
So the pilot phase, we're going to be hit with the pilot phase soon, and then the launch. Here we go. And then what else?
Needed is the banknote. We are revamping our banknote.
Revamping banknotes. You know where they're doing that? I'll just let it
finish. The process is well underway, and we will have new design, new faces possibly, and we look forward to that as well. So to all of
So a new design. If people look back to when India, hello, Miss Sharon on PooTube. Nice to see you here. If you look back to India when they changed their currency, when was that? Let me just when they did that in India, so in no, that's not right. It's even before then. Um 2016, right? 2016, it was purported that they wanted to stop counterfeit money and the large banknotes being used throughout India, right? So they demonetized their 501,000 notes. And introduce the programs to nudge people to paying for things digitally, right? But it was all under the reason supposedly to, as I said, curb this black money and counterfeit currency, right? And they had a lot of troubles there. They had It caused major disruption, all sorts of things. But it was one of the first testing grounds of how can you introduce a digital currency basically overnight. What's going to happen, all those sorts of things. So we just had Miss Christine here from the European Central Bank saying that they're going to introduce it, the pilot, and then the launch, and saying that they're creating new money. And she's saying, oh, we might have new faces on it and blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's not about redesigning notes. No, no, no. I guarantee that, they've looked at 2016, what they did in India with the cash, how the nudging towards paying for things digitally, the cause and effect of those things, and they've come up with a better system. And they're gonna go for it this year with digital currency. It's not about creating new, prettier notes with new faces on it. Come on, love. And they tell you in the Christmas message, she's got 2 things happening this year: the pilot program for digital currency, and we're redesigning the notes because we want nice notes. Love. Some of us have a memory. Some of us have a memory. Anyway, I think that's quite enough. We're nearly up to 26 minutes through my bookmark section of Women Will Save the World. Oh, we'll get this fun one in. Hold on. Women Will Save the World. Let's not forget South Australia's Chief Health Officer, Miss Spurrier, during the ye olde COVID war. Hey, remember this?
We're looking at the seating at the moment, and of course we're looking at the ball, because sometimes the ball, not that I've been to many football games, I have noticed occasionally it does get kicked into the crowd, and we are working through the details of what that will mean. If you are at Adelaide Oval and the ball comes towards you, my advice to you is to duck and just do not touch that ball. We're looking at the seating at the moment, and of course we're looking at the ball, because my advice to you is to duck and just do not touch that ball.
Wonderful. Duck. Everybody, duck and do not touch that ball. Okay? Did we get that? Women will save the world, everybody. Right, that's enough of screening the share to X. Anyway, so that was just an example of how our mind gets pulled and shaped and hijacked and distracted and fragmented, especially when you're using social media. Oh my gosh, this busyness in our mind all the time. Holy moly. So the latter part of the show is going to be Quiet Mind, is an opportunity for you. It's going to be an intentional quiet, about 30 minutes, for you to do whatever you like in quiet together within the community. We're all here. We all know each other. Do whatever you like. Read, write, whatever it might be. No prompts, no noise. And we're just going to do something silently or do nothing silently for 30 minutes. I don't know. I think it might be nice. Science, because of the science. Do not touch the football. Remember, don't touch the football. Shout out to everyone, says Sharon on PooTube, who didn't take advice from satanic PDF files. Yes, those PDF files. Holy moly. Their word count is far too high for my liking. Alrighty, everybody. And the other one I want to share with you, just while we're here, is the place where I now post my articles, because I no longer use Substack, because Substack wanted all of my information. They wanted me to verify my age. That's not happening. Not doing it. For some reason they let me back on Substack. I don't care. I stopped all of my paid subscriptions and I no longer post there. I post links to take people to other places, but no longer on Substack. So this is where I post all of my articles now, everybody, and it is on my Buy Me a Coffee page. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/courage the cure, go to posts, and you can see here there's a tab for articles. There's also a tab for relentless episodes, and there's also a tab for rise episodes. All of these things, and in particular my articles. Here's my latest one. Jacinta Ardern heads for Australia. Everything is free to read. It is not behind a paywall. So if you're not visiting my post, hello Gary, my posts on Buy Me a Coffee, I encourage you to do so because, as I said, I am no longer using Substack. So you can go along to Buy Me a Coffee/courage the cure. They wouldn't let me use is. Don't know why. And read all of my articles. So that's Miss Jacinta Ardern heading to Australia. Amazing. What was the one before that? Oh, the victory lap that isn't one. I wrote about falling vaccination rates aren't a cultural shift. They're the pretext for the next round of emergency powers. All these people getting excited saying, look, look, look. They're even reporting it on the news that people aren't getting vaccinations anymore. It's a limited hangout from corporate media. And what are they going to do? Introduce extraordinary powers to what? Make you. And how are they going to do that? Well, maybe they'll just shut off your money. And how are they going to do that? Because it's all digital. Don't worry, everybody. Thank you, Gary. I am doing well. So that's where my articles live, everybody. Go along to Courageous Cure on Buy Me a Coffee. It's all free. Nothing is behind a paywall. Alrighty, everybody. So let's stop screening the share there. Okay, everybody. For people just joining us, I'll pop the thumbnail out one more time. We are now up to the second part of the show, which is the quiet time. Something I've never done before on Rise, and that is to have quiet time. 30 minutes, everybody, I reckon. Read, do some drawing, just sit there, meditate, make some I don't know what it is that is your quiet time. Because even quiet time, we put off quiet time. Can you believe we put off quiet time? So we're all going to be here all together, and I look forward to hearing. No worries, Rex. I'm sure we'll hear about it one way or the other. I look forward to hearing in about 30 minutes what you've been doing to spend your quiet time.
extension. It's 4-4. So it's going to be this guy. Probably the phrase all things considered. And that's the worst of that is not the money, but the see that guys to get a return instead of really having people receiving their can have that. You don't do that here. I tell you that I really know how to play. I really know how to practice. But then when you do a voice scan, does anybody have the recording of his voice? Somehow put that in AI. Got an anonymous $1,000 had a donation from the Scottish guy for $1,000. Did we have another large donation that we're not aware of? We had another $1,000 donation. That's but the goal was only 3,000. Then people gave a little bit here and there. Anyways, there's around $3,000 that came as far as I'm aware. We're going to make sure to reach out to those people who can and make sure that they are received. I don't know what you're talking about, but if you want to donate and support the work that you're going for, you understand that.
Righty, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your silence and whatever you did. For people just joining us, last part of the show was about having some silence together in our communities that we've built over the past few years, especially during the COVID war. Why is it we put our quiet time on hold all the time? Anyway, so we did that together. Joanne says, my dog came over for a pat once the video went silent. Beautiful. Ah, see? Ah, that's so nice. Liz, listening to my wind chimes in my garden. You know what? I've been looking for a wind chime because I've rearranged my studio. So I've got this beautiful view outside my window now, which I didn't have before. And I've been looking for a wind chime. Oh, you've inspired me now. I've got to go and get it. Lisa, I'm trying to draw you and then you put your glasses on. Sorry. Oh dear. Sorry about that. People of power, hello. Yes, that was the quiet part. That was the quiet part. Joanne, some black cockatoos just flew over. They make the funniest noises. There's a whole bunch of black cockatoos that live right around the swimming pool that I go to. They're amazing. It's amazing swimming and watching all these huge black cockatoos. Well, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed the quiet time there. Thought something different. Everything's knicker twisting, migraine inducing, eye twitching. It's just 30 minutes. So I hope to incorporate that more into my days. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. And I wish you a wonderful afternoon. It's Friday. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend as well. Who knows what's next, huh? It's all funny. All funny. But thank you very much for joining me for some quiet time. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all soon. Bye.
Strength of a woman.